If you're new here, welcome to the channel. My name is Crystal and I'm a wife to Kyle, and we have a beautiful daughter, Bella. You're actually going to be the first to know that our channel is evolving. Currently, our channel has videos on motherhood, home birth, and how it was living in Maui, Hawaii. But we're expanding our channel to add in intentional living, faith, and wellness, which are all a huge part of our lifestyle. And if you're already subscribed, we just want to say thank you so much for following us on our journey. We've been doing YouTube for almost 2 years now, and we just want to thank everyone who's been continuing to support us, support the channel, and watch our videos. We made this channel and we do these videos because we love it and we want to inspire you to live a beautiful, simple life through all of these things. Today, I am sharing 5 valuable lessons that I've learned in motherhood in the first 18 months. I'm sharing this insight and encouragement for any parent who might need it. So let's get into it. Number 1 is asking for advice or help is not a sign of weakness, but a sign of strength. It's okay to not have all of the answers and solutions. It's okay and it's wise to explore all of the solutions and options for you and your family. And this is not to be mistaken with unsolicited advice, which I think parents, and especially first-time parents, get way too much of already. But this is going to a trusted source who you look up to and asking them for advice and answers to anything that you might be going through right now. An example of this is sleep. We have had a ton of trouble with Bella and getting her to sleep since day one. I've gone to other people who have been through my experience, who have dealt with these things, so that I don't have to learn all of the lessons myself in the midst of these challenges. That's what other people are here for. The people, our loved ones in our lives, we should be able to go to them and humble ourselves and ask them for help when we need it. This doesn't mean that you have to use every piece of advice, but you can use what works for you and your family and leave the rest. The second lesson that I've learned is self-care should not be underrated, and it needs to be a priority. As moms, we take care of our families and our homes, and then we kind of use whatever's left to take care of ourselves. And usually that's not much time, if any at all. Putting our families and our homes first is compassionate and sacrificial work, but over the long run, this isn't sustainable if we're not prioritizing self-care. Putting aside this time needs to be intentional. It needs to be carved out on the calendar each day, or else it likely won't happen. And we need to be doing something that refreshes our bodies and our minds, our emotional, our physical, and our mental well-being. Maybe it's yoga before bed, or a hot bath with a good book, or a short workout, or an uninterrupted nap. Whatever it is, make sure that it refreshes your mind and body and soul so that you can have your cup full and be a better mom and wife the next day. And this is a lesson that I have had to learn and relearn many, many times. And that is exactly why I'm sharing it, because there have been long spurts of times where I have not carved out this time for myself, and I definitely had to pay the price for it physically, mentally, and emotionally. And every time it's just painful. It's something that we can prevent if we take the right actions toward not letting it happen in the first place. Lesson number 3, you need plenty of grace for the tough moments. Whether it's been a tough day of tantrums and tears, boycotting naps, or the inability to get everything on your to-do list done around the home for the day, I have found that I need grace, and lots of grace, for myself and my daughter. And the source of that grace is God, who gives it to us freely so that we can give it to others. You'll be surprised how much this grace helps on the toughest days. No one's perfect. I'm not perfect. My husband's not perfect. Our daughter's not perfect. Children are not perfect. And we all need grace during our tough moments. Lesson number 4, and this I think is a very valuable one for us to remember. Our work as mothers and homemakers is not meaningless. In fact, it's very meaningful. Our children are looking up to us each moment of each day. Our children are watching how we approach our daily lives with our tasks, our challenges, and our emotions. When we realize this, we realize how valuable and meaningful our work is. And don't think that this means that you have to be perfect. If anything, I think that we can teach our children great and valuable lessons in our weaknesses and our biggest challenges. We can even use our biggest failures as the biggest learning experiences for our children. Whether it's laundry, dishes, or tidying up the home, or dealing with emotions through the day, our children are watching all of this and how we approach it, and they are learning from us each day. This is meaningful. Lesson number 5. Our marriage is still a priority, and if anything, it should be a bigger priority. This is one that has been difficult for both Kyle and I because we are so engaged with Bella and we focus on her so much. We have so much intention behind the way we parent her that it's easy for us to kind of forget about each other. And luckily, we're both on the same page about how we parent her, so I feel like we kind of understand it, but we can get so baby or toddler focused that, we kind of put them as the center of attention, which honestly, we need to be putting our marriages first. Because if we can model a healthy, strong, bonded marriage, then that is what our children are going to be looking up to. So that one day when they grow up and they get married, they know exactly what to look for. Not just that, I had roommates basically taking care of me. We actually tested this out because for a while we noticed that Kyle and I, we weren't really connecting how we used to, and we weren't showing affection to each other. And when we finally hugged and kissed each other in front of her, we watched her intentionally. We watched and her face just lit up. And every time we do that, her face lights up. She just feels this sense of security and peace, knowing that mom and dad love each other and they're here also for me. And if your marriage is suffering, then your family is suffering and your children are suffering. So those are 5 valuable lessons that I have learned in my first 18 months of being a mama. Trust me, I have plenty more. So if you enjoyed these, if they brought you encouragement or some insight, then please leave a comment below. I would love to do another video on 5 more valuable lessons that I've learned, and possibly continue this series because I know I'm going to be learning more and more each day because we never stop learning. So if you like this video, then boop the like button and I will share a video of Bella booping the camera. And if you're not already subscribed, then please subscribe and hit that notification bell so that you don't miss our next video.